everyone, and welcome to a special edition of The Take. I'm Elizabeth Wagmeister.
And I'm Clayton Davis, and we're here to give you our take on some of the night's biggest headlines. So Emmys were tonight. It was looking like it was going to be a very promising evening until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. That's right. The 2021 Primetime Emmy Awards just wrapped. We watched together. Our jaws were on the floor. A lot of surprises, but as Clayton said, not necessarily in the best way. But the award show was held in downtown LA. It was outdoors, or so we thought. And then as Seth Rogen said, it wasn't really outdoors. Not a lot of masks, no masks really at all. And the tent looked like an indoor venue. But Clayton, let's get to the major headline of the night, which is Emmys So White.
Yep, Emmys So White. Diversity was not on the table for Emmys tonight. All major acting categories went to white actors in a year that had a record-breaking number of people of color that were nominated. 49, Elizabeth. No one won any Emmys. There were some things about that we expected. We knew Ted Lasso was going to do very well. We knew The Crown was going to do very well. But there were a lot of categories that were up for grabs. Billy Porter, MJ Rodriguez didn't win for Pose. And not just a hit for people of color, the LGBTQ community also lost here tonight because Emma Corrin, if she had won lead actress drama for The Crown, she lost to her co-star Olivia Colman, she would have been the first openly non-binary actor to ever win an acting category. So everything just seemed to fade away in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, and as you said, MJ Rodriguez, Billy Porter, they were both poised to win. MJ would have also made history as the first trans actor to win any major acting category. Now, she did make history with the nomination, but that was just one of the moments of the night that just seemed like, oh, you know, like, of course, Olivia Colman is incredible. The Crown is incredible, but it just felt like we were almost on the right side of history, and then we weren't.
Yeah, and then, you know, listen, the buck stopped there when it came to diversity because we saw losses for Kenan Thompson and Bowen Yang in supporting actor comedy for Saturday Night Live. It was just kind of all falling apart really early on. But, you know, there's a lot of other things that we need to get to.
Yes, we do. And by the way, I think that Bowen Yang's shoes should win their own Emmy. He was incredible and looked incredible. But there were some bright spots when it came to diversity. RuPaul is now the most decorated person of color to win the most Emmys with 11. Of course, RuPaul's Drag Race won big tonight, seems to win every year in recent memory. And Michaela Cole, one of the biggest moments of the night. We were cheering. Everybody there was cheering. So well deserved, certainly after being majorly snubbed by the Golden Globes. And now Michaela Cole is the first Black woman to win for writing for limited series.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things worth celebrating there. You know, I was very happy for Michaela Cole. First of all, it broke up a lot of those different writing categories that we saw. Another thing worth celebrating is the first year that two women won directing for both comedy and drama for Hacks and for The Crown, which was amazing to see. And then Jean Smart, who won for Hacks, is now the fourth actor to win every genre category in a specific one, which in this case is comedy. So it was a nice night to celebrate those types of wins and milestones.
Yes, of course there always are some good spots of the night, but my take on all of this is just because you nominate actors of color, just because you nominate women, if they don't win, the headline, it doesn't stick. This just shows where is the voting base, really. Just because you can nominate the most and we write that headline doesn't mean that you're quite there. So it just shows, as you always say, Clayton, one step forward, two steps back, a long way to go.
Yeah, last year we had 4 people of color win acting categories, was less people nominated. This year, 0. That wasn't the only bad thing that happened tonight because for the second award show in a row, a recently departed Black actor lost his award to a British actor who didn't bother showing up to the ceremony. Tobias Menzies beat out Michael K. Williams, the late actor who passed away on September 6th for Lovecraft Country, and it was not a great moment, and it was felt even by the presenter, Kerry Washington, who had a very visible reaction. Here's what she said.
Tobias Menzies could not be here with us tonight, so I will accept the Emmy on your behalf, Tobias.
So when it comes to Williams, obviously, the last time we can reward him, 5-time nominee, would have been the first time a Black actor won that category. So this was just disappointing kind of all around.
Yeah, and I think as we just saw, Kerry Washington's words, her face speaks 1,000 words. I think everybody there was just really rooting for Michael K. Williams. When he was alive, everybody was saying he should have already won an Emmy. And as you kind of alluded to, at the Oscars, Chadwick Boseman, the late Chadwick Boseman, he lost to Anthony Hopkins, who wasn't there. So this just felt like bad history repeating itself.
At least they didn't do it the final award of the night, though. So that's
true.
Half full Emmys.
That's true. That's you always look at the glass half full.
It's a quarter full,
I guess. But let's talk about some good news. Okay, so the big winners of the night: Ted Lasso, Queen's Gambit, and The Crown. It was a huge night for Netflix. They went in with 129 nominations. They walked away with 44 wins. Just behind them, HBO and HBO Max with 19. Big discrepancy there, 44 to 19. But Ted Lasso won for Best Comedy. The Crown won for Best Drama. What did you think? Were you surprised by the big winners of the night?
No, actually I wasn't. The Crown made some history. It's the first time a TV show has won 5 acting categories, because they also won Guest Actress during the Creative Arts. Ted Lasso, though did well, limped into the night because it lost directing and writing, which were surprising upsets.
Hacks.
To Hacks, yes.
Which really broke through.
Yeah, and I think if the season was maybe a week longer, we probably could have seen Hacks really make a play there. But I think one of the big things here was Handmaid's Tale going 0 for 21, which now makes it the biggest Emmy loser in a single year. And I don't think that's a good one for Hulu to have.
But at least they have that title. No one else has that title.
But they also have the title for the first streamer to win a drama series. So, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly. Some years you get it, some years you don't. What we really saw shut out was broadcast TV. SNL was the only show to win from network television. Of course, that is an NBC show. They won 8 awards, so that's obviously huge for them. But what do you think this says about the state of broadcast television?
Broadcast and cable may have just died tonight. And I know we said HBO and HBO Max won a combined of 19, but it's really just HBO Max, which is a streamer now. I think we have to, I'm a purist, I don't like the combo thing, but I think we have to look at, has streaming really just leapt out in front? Is it the leading force in this industry? We're seeing the most diversity that we can see in that department. Broadcast and cable need to adapt, and they need to adapt pretty soon because time's a ticking.
Absolutely, and I think especially for talent, when there's so many platforms, so much content, it'll now remain to be seen. Where does talent want to run to? Because these streamers, they certainly have more money to give bigger paychecks, but they also are now leading awards. So that's going to be something that we have to keep our eye on. There's going to be a lot more coverage with that and with the Emmys because the conversation never stops. So make sure to go to Variety.com and to Variety's Twitter and all other platforms for all of your Emmy coverage. And then we're going to be back, as always, with another new episode of The Take this Friday.
Thanks for watching.